What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the episode 3, Corner Store Scoff. I go by the name Champ, and I'm your host.
Hop in that car, I be kicking and spend so much L's that I took, I be gigging away. Niggas keep back and 50, they gigging again. Once you do some fuck shit, we ain't speaking again. So a nigga fucked up and they leaving again. So my op down big, get the squeezing again. We gon' keep going hot till they free all the men. We gon' keep going hot till they free all the men. Free all the men. Bye.
Today, we got a special segment. Got my brothers up here with me, my uncle.
Yes, sir.
And we going to talk about the Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight that took place May 20th. Real controversial fight. Some people think Lomachenko got robbed. My personal opinion, I think it was a close fight. And it could have went either way. So with that being said, introduce yourself.
Long-time friend of my man, Champ.
My brother Tyson. We're going to put his Instagram name on the bottom. My Uncle Nardo, we're going to put his Instagram name on the bottom. My brother Haas, he don't do social media.
No IG Haas.
No IG Haas.
You heard?
So before we get into the fight, I want to ask each of y'all a question. How long have you been watching boxing? Starting from Tyson.
I've been watching boxing over like 15, 16 years. First of all, I was supposed to be boxing before I started playing basketball, so.
Facts. I remember that.
Yeah, so.
I remember that.
Over
That's
15, 16 years. Yeah.
Who was your all-time favorite boxer?
Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard,
If you had to pick
Muhammad
one.
Ali. Huh?
Yeah, if you had to pick one.
I had to pick
Your
one.
favorite.
My favorite?
Who's your all-time favorite?
I like Pernell.
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
God bless.
Rest in peace.
How long you been
Oh,
watching?
man, boxing over 30 years. Easy. Easy being the oldest dude in the room. You know what I mean? But now my favorite fighter, Sugar Ray Leonard by far.
By far.
By
Sugar
far.
Ray was crazy.
And crazy thing is he wasn't even projected to be the best fighter on his Olympic team.
Yeah.
It was Howard Davis. I do that. But yeah, Sugar Ray by far.
Dope.
No. Definitely.
Same question, Haas.
I've been watching boxing since, remember the HBO little boxes you could put on your TV?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You go back,
Right, definitely.
Yeah. When I used to just hear it, you hear the dun, 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 you hear the fights coming on. You sit there with your peoples and you watch it, but you don't really know what's going on. That's how long I go back,
that's
just
about
being
that.
around it. Yeah,
That's 27, 30 years too.
That's a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, and my favorite fighter is Floyd. I don't see any flaws in his game. That's why he's my favorite fighter.
I've been watching boxing since the 80s. I grew up in a boxing family, so I've been watching boxing since the 80s. My favorite boxer all the time, Mike Tyson.
Because he's from
I
Brownsville?
love Tyson. That
You're a little
too.
biased right there. You're a little biased with that because he's from
yeah, I'm
Brownsville.
biased. Super biased. Super biased. But I think I could have been anywhere in the world and I still would like Tyson as my favorite all the time. Just like his style is just Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Word. All right. You said Pernell Whitaker. If you could recall, what was your favorite Pernell Whitaker fight? If you could remember. A lot of brothers got Sweet Pea too.
Yeah, but Pernell had, I think he fought Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah, he fought Oscar.
Yeah. Him and Oscar De La Hoya was a great fight. And I feel he got robbed with Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
That was
It's political.
that was an older
boxing's politics.
Pernell, but Oscar,
Oscar was an up-and-coming draw.
Yeah.
Oscar was an up-and-coming draw at that
Like
time.
he got robbed.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That was a great fight.
You said Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Yeah.
If you could recall.
Sugar Ray had a bunch of great fights, man. The Hearn Sugar Ray fight was crazy, but I think my favorite fight was the first fight I really saw from top to bottom was Sugar Ray and Wilfred Benitez. Crazy. But that's when the welterweight division was serious.
He
Really
ducked Hagler though. Let's bring that up.
Well, I think
He flat out ducked
he
him.
fought Hagler later. But remember, you had Hearns, you had Benitez, you had not Duran, you had Donald Curry, you had a lot of guys, and remember Hagler was coming up, or did he come down? Because Hagler was a middleweight first, right? I think he came down to fight Sugar. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say Wilfred Benitez. Yeah.
Yeah. Why you said that Duran wasn't with them? He came later on?
Yeah, Duran was a little behind.
Got you.
A little behind.
Got you.
Remember Duran, a lot of Spanish they do a lot of fighting across the water. And they rack up wins down in Tijuana and all that, But
dope.
Yeah.
Haas.
He padded their record. Yeah.
Same question, Haas.
Oh, for what far as with Floyd or something?
Boxer's favorite fight.
Well, it's a lot of favorite fights, but I like to talk about this fight. If you a fan of body shots, I think the Floyd Zab fight is like a tutorial on how to beat up the body. Floyd, especially, I think, was it the 6 rounds? It's been a long time I watched that fight. But if you watch that fight, his body work was beautiful, that fight. If you really watch that fight, his body work to Zab was beautiful.
You know what separated Zab from Floyd? Zab never trained for the end of the fight.
Yeah.
And Floyd, Floyd trains for the end of the fight. And that's what made that fight so epic. Once the incident occurred, Floyd settled in and Zab wasn't the same. But But Floyd probably the greatest counterpuncher. Best defensive. Outside of Sweet Pea, Willie Pep. People don't even remember Willie Pep. Like, y'all young. Willie Pep was like
that was also Floyd Mayweather's favorite fighter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Willie Pep, I think Willie Pep got to Google it. I think Willie Pep is the only dude
he sparred him
to win a round without throwing a punch. That's how good he was defensively.
Oh wow.
As far as body shots,
tremendous.
As far as body shots, you need to look at the fight with him and Arturo Gatti.
You talking about Floyd?
It's about Floyd.
Floyd and Arturo Gatti. Come on.
Floyd and Arturo Gatti.
That was masterclass. That was masterclass.
I ain't like that fight.
Look, the Corrales fight. If you watch Floyd,
he did.
The first 3-4 rounds, he broke him down with body shots. He didn't even start throwing the lead until later on in the fight.
He did Gotti bad. Oh my God.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless him. God bless Gotti too.
But that, rest in peace to Arturo. Yeah, to both of them.
But Floyd was too fast,
Chico too. Rest in peace to Corrales too.
Yeah, Corrales. Him and Castillo fight was crazy.
Wars. Of course,
that was a crazy fight.
Hold on. Hold on. Since we're gonna talk about a controversial fight today, the first fight was controversial too. Yeah. But if you really watch it, son ain't lose that fight.
No, I'm talking about
Floyd. I'm talking about Floyd Castillo.
The first fight.
You talking about the war they had?
I said Corrales and Castillo.
Oh, okay. When they knocking each other out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was a war. Yeah, that was a war. Yeah.
Son had black eyes.
That's why boxing not for everybody.
No,
that's why when you hear guys say, "Oh, he ate that," like that's bad training.
Exactly.
The goal is to hit and not be hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you got different fans. They like different shit.
Touch back what you were saying, Haas. You said, I agree with you. The first fight, I think Castillo just fought Floyd good.
No, well,
they wasn't used to people having a good fight with Floyd, so he made it about 5-7.
Sometimes the fans. They ooh and ah, and they not seeing you blocking those.
Block that, right?
So
his person look active.
And then these the old HBO, the old HBO commentators, they big shot crazy. They see the big bombs.
My man, I like
us, we know he ain't land. So they get excited. But I had that fight 7-5. How y'all scored that fight?
That's
like 7-5, right? Yeah. And I watched that fight 4 times in a row.
Enlighten you on the oohs and ahs. The oohs and ahs, where they say oohs and ahs, when they actually throwing a punch. So that's not for the fans. That's the fans will say oohs and ahs. Those oohs and ahs is for the judges. Know what I mean? So when they say ooh,
they're trying to persuade the judge.
Like that's a point.
They're trying to persuade the judge.
Yes,
a good judge is not listening to the peanut gallery. A good judge is not listening to the peanut gallery.
But most judges are looking at the oohs and the ahs.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
They looking at that.
Of course. They hearing it. They listening to it. Know what I mean? And they're like, oh, I think that was a good shot. So the shots might not be as clean as you might see it, but it is still.
And the same thing.
That's what's wrong with boxing. If that's the case, that's what's wrong with boxing.
But that's the prime example.
That's what's wrong with
That's
boxing.
what we're going to talk about right now. That's what we're going to talk about with the
And
fight
check it,
with
that's the prime
the Haney
example.
and Lomachenko.
You know, to go off, that's a prime example in the last Tank fight. No one saw the body shot until they slowed it up.
Yes.
No one saw the body shot until they slowed it up.
Did they say ooh to that?
They ain't see it.
They ain't see it.
Right. So yeah,
They didn't see it.
It's too late.
They not trained to see that. They just train to see. They train to see the big shots,
the bombs.
Yeah, the bombs, hooks. You know, wide ass hooks. And we're gonna talk about that wide. We're gonna talk about a
lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. Go ahead.
All right, right now, Tyson.
What's up?
Who's your pound for pound right now? Who do you think is the pound for pound fighter? The pound for pound fighter right now. Who do you think is the?
I can't give you to sit here and say, yo, who's the pound for pound
Ask
fighter
him
right now?
which weight class.
I
There you go.
I can't even do it like that because boxing is. I gotta really let y'all talk about that, nigga, because it's definitely a good answer.
I'm trying to find out who
pound
I
for
got
pound right now. For me personally, I got Tank Davis. Pound for pound right now. Yes, I have Tank Davis. You know why? Because at the end of the day, he's knocking everybody out.
That's why I got him
His percentage of KOs and TKOs is 90%. So it's 90% that they're going to go. His opponent is going to go down.
I want to speak on that though.
Now, technical fighting, I have Shakur Stevens. He's the best technical fighter ever. I mean, because he's a chess player.
Ever?
No, I'm talking in his weight class. Weight class right now. In his weight class right now.
What are you fighting? 130?
In his weight class right now.
He's fighting 130?
I mean,
because he hasn't fought at 135 yet.
The weight class. No, he's at 135 now.
He's at 135 now.
Because he can't make 130 no more.
He don't want to be 135 no more. He actually want to go to 140 now.
Because that's where the money is.
Exactly. He actually want to go 140 right now.
That's why he want to go.
I'm not saying ever.
I know what you mean.
But as of right now, he's a chess player.
But check it.
You know what I put at Shakur?
Go ahead.
Shakur, when it's all said and done, Shakur gonna go down like a Mayweather, Andre Ward,
yes,
like a Hopkins, like
he got to get
technician.
But he got to
technician.
He got to get them fights though. His promotional company not giving him the fights though.
Yeah, he still.
He not fighting. He not active. He inactive a lot.
He's at the same camp as Bud though, right?
He top rank, right? He top rank, right?
Okay,
yeah, top rank. And top rank be protecting their fighters. We all know that.
Who's your
pound for pound? I say 1 and 1A be Crawford and Davis. Bud being 1, Davis being 1A. Tank Davis being 1A. No. I just like Tank because he like a young Mike. He throw every punch with bad intentions.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And he's better defensively than a lot of people give him credit for.
Yeah. And he had better boxing than what people give him credit for.
Yeah.
Because he be knocking people out so much that they don't even.
But he's a vicious body puncher. And
he's a good counter puncher.
Great counter puncher. He leads with uppercuts, which is rare. Only other fighter that really lead with uppercut was Roy Jones. You know what I mean? Yeah. Things of that nature. Man, the great ones do exceptional things. Mm-hmm. You got some that are good. Like prime example, look at Mildred Taylor. When he came out, he was awesome. He was great. And he fought, and then he fought Chavez. And for one round, if he take one round off, his career probably be different.
They should have gave him. I
agree. I agree.
Yeah. 10 more seconds. You know what I mean? Hash, who's your pound for pound?
I got Bud. And to speak on Tank, I like Tank. I've been following his career, since he was on undercards. Right. Yeah. But I see a lot of flaws. I'm not gonna lie. Just like Tyson. We all from Brooklyn. I loved him. But when I watched him, I saw flaws. I would listen to the old timers say, somebody with a jab would get him out of here. You'd be like, oh, he hating, but you young, you got respect for them, but you thinking why. But then when you look, you really look and you start to grow into your own, you can see they right.
Right.
Somebody with a jab,
He was so aggressive that dudes was afraid to lead with the jab. They didn't want to get hit in the body. Stuff like that.
He also kind of ain't have a stick either.
Right.
He also never threw this, even though he had other ways to get in. But I see Tank, to me, Tank, I love him. I like his style, but he get hit too much for my liking.
Right.
And he don't got a good stick, But so styles make fights, like we was talking about earlier. The right person.
Ryan was too tall for him. Ryan was too tall.
Ryan wasn't to me, he wasn't ready for that fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Styles definitely make fights, and Ryan Garcia definitely have a great stick. So you putting that together, saying that somebody with a stick supposed to be Tank Davis.
Not supposed to be just saying make the fight tougher.
Make the fight tougher. He supposed to make that fight tough for Tank Davis.
Okay. Hold on. Let me counter Tyson point.
Stick to the game plan. You gotta keep throwing that.
Well, you know what Tyson said. Everybody got a game plan to get punched in the mouth.
Actually, Tank Davis made
But you gotta,
Ryan Garcia look slow.
yeah,
He made him look slow, and he's fast.
and
He made him look slow. You know
that's what
why?
we don't give.
You know why?
Mhm.
Because of pressure. I mean, he walked him down. He told him what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you to the deep end. I'm gonna drown you. I mean, he didn't listen. I mean, once Tank, just as you said, but Tank don't have a jab. Tank get hit too much. This is what I'm trying to tell you about boxing. If I can take your punch,
That's right.
and if I can take a punch for me to go in and actually knock you out,
And then once you hurt,
it's over for you.
and then once you hurt, it
You
changes.
talking about the technique of I take one to give two. Some fighters.
Yes.
I take two to get one.
There you go. Some fighters
yes.
don't mind getting hit
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get
But
theirs
some
off.
fighters want to get
You know
hit
what I'm saying?
because they can take the power.
Because you understand something.
But
See,
let's take it to the essence, the science.
Huh?
Stick and what?
No,
And
stick
move.
and move. No.
If you box somebody like Tank is a brawler. He could box in pockets, but if you keep stick, triple the jab, double the jab, move, he gonna get frustrated. I can see it in him. Like when you watching boxing, you could tell he gonna get frustrated. I don't think Ryan's the type of fighter to pull that off. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I told brothers before the fight, I said the only way Ryan was going to win if somebody like Bernard Hopkins gave him a game plan of sticking and moving. But you got to do that for 12 rounds. You can't get
Bernard
caught up
Hopkins
on the
gave him
crowd
that.
booing.
But Mike Tyson said,
Bernard Hopkins was in Ryan Garcia's corner.
But you got to execute that game
But Mike Tyson
plan for
said-
12 rounds.
But
Yeah,
check.
everybody got a game. Tell him.
But Mike Tyson said, everybody got a game plan
Until
until
they
they
get
get punched in the mouth.
We talk about
It changes.
Tyson had an underrated jab. Tyson had a good jab.
First, remember, Tyson's
Javante
jab
got
was
a
to
good
back you
jab.
into the corner.
Javante got
Tyson's
great
jab was to back you
yeah,
into the
yeah.
rope
But
and then fire.
It was just set up his big
But people,
shot.
but people overlook it because they knocking brothers out, bro. That's like somebody like who we gonna say who dunk a lot to shoot too, but they like
And over the
like
dunking.
like Jordan. Let's just say Jordan. He used to dunk so much on people.
You forget he can
They
shoot.
thought he can't shoot.
Forget he can shoot.
No, he can shoot too.
No, but I'm saying you forget he can shoot because
Yeah.
you focus on
Tank
what
is
he
a
do
great
so much.
boxer. A great
Not
boxer,
that-
bro.
not-
A
we're
great
gonna-
boxer.
We're gonna go back to the end when you said as far
Yeah.
as that he takes a lot of hits. If you go in the ring thinking that you're not gonna get hit, you're not a good fighter.
Okay, but
Hold on.
go ahead.
Everybody's get hit. Everybody get hit. You're gonna get popped in your mouth. You might get a black eye. It's gonna happen.
Prime example.
This is speaking from a boxer itself. You know what I'm saying? I never go in the ring and think that I'm never gonna get hit. I mean, I know I'm gonna get hit.
But prime
Right.
example, Roy Jones, Mark Brilliant. Everybody they hit, they hurt. The few dudes who hit them hurt them.
Hurt them.
Okay, all right, but so your point, Tyson. What's your coach taught you? You roll. If you're gonna get hit, roll it, right?
Nah.
You don't want to get hit flush.
No.
What I see when I'm watching, he getting hit.
That's it right there.
He getting hit
that's
with
it.
flush. I don't
That's it,
like that
that's it,
because
that's it.
I look and I say, you know what? The opponent that's hitting them flush, they don't got what it take. The right opponent who could put together a combination off a jab, son in big trouble. You get what I'm saying? Son in big trouble. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but for a person that hits that hard like that, whatever, you can't get a good combination against him like that, whatever, because when you throw a 1, 2, 3, 4 and try to roll, he's coming back with something already because how fast he is. You know
And
what I'm
he's a
saying?
great
they
counterpuncher.
don't want to get hit with that. You know what I'm saying?
And once he knocked Ryan down, it was different.
Yeah, exactly. They don't
Once
wanna
he
get hit
knocked
with
him
that.
down, he didn't want to get hit again.
They don't want to get hit with that. So, fighting a boxer like that, whatever, you have to give him a jab, 1, 2, and then move, whatever. And then the way you move, people move out to the left of
Southpaw.
Southpaw. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, yeah.
You move out to
Well, on the southpaw,
to the right, to the southpaw.
like we
You know
was
what I'm
talking about. Well, we gonna get into that, but
Mhm.
to me, he posted left hook, straight right, southpaw all day. You know?
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Left hook,
Right,
straight
fellas.
right. Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's their weak spots. If you notice in the first round of the Haney fight with Loma, what big shot he hit him with, and then it just disappeared. He stopped throwing it, and I think one of the announcers brought it up like in the middle of the fight. They said he abandoned.
Let's get to that.
Go ahead.
Later. Let's get to that. Let's get to that now. All right, May 20th, Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Devin Haney was rewarded the victory, the decision.
Unanimous decision.
Like I
It's
said,
crazy.
a lot of people said Loma got robbed. I don't think he got robbed. I think it was a close fight because it went either way. How you feel about the fight? Who do you think won that fight?
Let me get a
Haney?
rundown, or you just want to just
rundown? This is so.
Give a rundown.
All right, bet. The
rundown.
rundown is the beginning of the fight. Haney touch. He did what he had to do. Body shots, hit him in the stomach a lot. Hit up top a lot, doing his thing. In the deep ends, you seen his weakness. So Loma feel that at the end of the day, he took advantage because he took him to the deep ends. He started drowning him, but he caught him at the last peak of the end of the round, too late. So now, if he would have started that in the beginning of third round until
You talking about Loma? Okay.
Haney would have lost that fight. But let me tell you something right now. It's a chess match. See, what people sit here and think when you're inside the ring it's a chess match.
Yeah, you got to fill out.
He's a great chess match because remember, he's a 2-time Olympian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a great fight.
His amateur record is tremendous. Yeah.
So it was a chess match between both of them at the same time. So, being that said, at the end of the, like I said, he did it in the late rounds. He should have been doing it in the third round. So he feel that he lost that fight. But guess what? Right now, what they doing right now? They doing boxing like UFC. Boxing is it's not the same no more. I'm gonna say it right here.
Speak on it, Tyson.
Let me tell you something right now. They feel like you have to put them down or hurt them real bad or put them out for you to take all their belts from them now. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be like that. So they want Haney, to stay in the division because they feel like he has more fighters to fight. He has more money to make. So they're not going to take him out like that. Now, if Lomachenko would have put him on his back, it'd have been a wrap. He'd have been a man, but Lomachenko had his time already. He had his time. So he's like, yo, we're not going to give him another shot.
He was at war. His country was at war. That's what hurt him.
I totally agree. The decision was definitely business. It was definitely business because Lomachenko, when he went in that locker room and he wouldn't have cried, he'd have took his L and went out on the shield like a man.
Okay. So business aside, it's good that you could look at it that way. Yeah. Business aside, how do you score the fight?
I scored the fight as a tie.
As a draw?
Yes, as a draw.
Okay.
Yep.
Either way.
It could have been either way. Because
it was a lot of swing
he got
rounds.
a little bit in the beginning, and then they went both from that, and then the 6th round they went at it with each other.
That's right.
Then this last round, Lomachenko took over.
You also had a round.
You also had a round. I think
going to the last, bro, like 8th, 9th.
The championship round.
Championship round.
You had a round.
Like
the 7th round was like a lull, and neither one of them really did nothing.
Yeah.
But
it's a swing round. You can go either way.
Like I say too, it should have been either a split decision, Haney. Because he came on early, Lomachenko came on late, or a draw. There's no way that's a unanimous decision. Ray Charles can see that. There's no way it's a unanimous decision. You got to be kidding.
And if it is going to be unanimous, it got to be one.
And it's because it's a champion. So you really got to finish. Like you said, because of politics, they want you to finish the champion.
Yeah, but a champion, you got to beat the champion decisively.
You're a champion. You have to take over the round.
You got to beat him decisively.
Yeah, exactly. You have to take over the round.
And another thing, too, Devin Haney, 25? Lomachenko on his way out. They want him to fight the Shakurs.
They want to be the face of the division.
Face of the division.
Yeah, if he lost Lomachenko, then it'd have been,
They got a lot of big fights. Tim, Ryan. I know. I get what you're saying.
But I tell you one, though. Tell you what. He got exposed. Haney. He got exposed.
1 second, Ty. What you got with it? He definitely got exposed.
I got the championship rounds. Devin was not looking like a champion at all.
Yes.
He was not looking like a champion.
He got his ass whooped.
He looked a little. He didn't show up.
He looked slow.
You know how I forgot what fighter said everybody fight different under them lights. To me, he didn't show up when he was supposed to. Like Tyson said, he was touching the body, scoring up points, and from round one. But in the championship rounds, I think his father did him an injustice by saying, "You're winning the fight." He shouldn't have told him that. I didn't like that.
Right, so just put up the gas.
Because we seen it with what's my man name? The Puerto Rican kid we were just talking about. You know how it go. Nah, he was signed to Don King. Come on, it's on the tip of my tongue. We were just talking about it. He was tall. Tito. How Tito took, how De La Hoya took the gas off. Remember the last round? Remember that fight?
It's one of my favorite fights. I lost so much money on that. So much money on that Bernard Hopkins fight.
To me, he took the gas off the championship rounds when he should have. All right, you know what? I'm gonna shut this down. If they need to run it back, and I think Devin needs to walk him down and be active. He's a younger fighter. He needs to be active throughout the fight, and he'll win decisively.
1 through 12.
Exactly. He supposed to make Loma reset and keep resetting,
and that's
so he can't get his combos
with the great
off.
one. Floyd would take 1 and 2 to figure you out, but from 3 on, he beating you to death. That's the difference with the great ones,
Right.
Real.
They look similar, but it's a difference.
Right.
You're absolutely right.
And also too, he was slow in the draw. Like even like Floyd's thing with Floyd would separate him. He hit you when he want to hit you. He hits you if you miss, and if you hit him, he hits you back. So at the end of the day, he's gonna go up 3-1. You understand what I'm saying? He's great counterpuncher, great defensively, and he's great on offense.
Yeah.
So, like Devin Haney, he didn't look like that. He looked like once Lomachenko started hitting him, he started realizing, I'm in a fight now. Yeah. And now he started doing more thinking than fighting. Yeah. You could tell he was hitting his gloves more before he throw a punch. A lot of that stuff too, it lets you know when you're starting to get in the waters, when you're not used to being stand up and a dude fighting you back in 10, 11, and 12. Remember these other dudes, he's finishing them in 9, 10, stuff like that. So 9, 10, 11, 12.
Another thing is important is your competition. Like Ryan, the reason why I say Ryan wasn't ready for the Tank fight, look at his competition before that and look at Tank competition. Even if he fought.
But it's the new boxing. Lomachenko, Haney, Garcia, Shakur. All these guys are fighting for titles in their 12th fight, 13th fight, 14th fight. It's the new boxing. It's the new boxing. So then now these dudes are jumping up, and I don't think they're really seasoned enough to go up. Same thing if you talk the old boxing. They fought 15-round wars. You know what I mean? And these dudes like that middleweight class, that welterweight class, that heavyweight class. These dudes, everybody says one thing about heavyweight, anybody can hurt you with one shot. The welterweights and middleweights, it's different. You got great boxing, you got skillful, you got powerful punches,
Like Devin don't got no pop. Devin really don't got no pop, but he could outbox you 12 rounds. And he could eventually, I seen him land big shots.
But if Lomachenko is a guy who starts early, which he never starts early, if he started early, Devin would have been in trouble.
Just like Teofimo.
Yeah,
he started late against Teofimo. Yeah. If he would have started early, he would have got him up out of there. Yeah, you're right.
It's serious. The fight game is definitely it's some fights to look forward to, but it's definitely different.
I feel they should run it back.
I think Ryan and Tank set the tone for boxers fighting each other now because Ryan made that fight happen.
But Ryan's a media darling.
Oscar ain't wanting to fight.
Ryan's a media darling. So the cameras are gonna fight him. He's flashy. He's on the cover of magazines.
He made that fight
he's gonna do that.
That's right.
He want the limelight.
That's right.
But then after the fight, he's like, we did what we did. This, that, and third. A lot of stuff was for the show. So it changes. But boxing is too much going on. There's only a couple of fights that people really want to see anyway.
Next question. So with that fight, with that Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight, do you think Devin ready for Tank? With what you saw in the last fight? Because I don't think so.
Yes, he definitely is.
You think he's ready for Tank?
I think he's ready for Tank. But you know why? Because he got exposed to the boxing that he has got going on now. So now in his head, in his camp, he had to go back to the drawing board and come with something hard. He had to go harder now because I got exposed. People see this. I was actually down on the cards and I know I was down on the cards. So now it's like, I have to work 10 times harder now to make things happen. So now he's going to go back to the drawing board. He's going to look at the mistakes that he made And he's gonna say, oh, I need to do this more, I need to do that more, I need to do this more, do that more. So now the next person he's gonna fight, he's gonna come out and set an example now. Because this was close. The fight was close.
Yeah, can I say one thing? Like you said, the next fight he's gonna come out on his, with a better game plan, but he fighting a totally different fighter. So Tank gonna come out better than Lomachenko. And then both of them, they got hit so many times, Tank would have knocked him out.
No, you know what? Let's talk about.
I think Tank would have knocked him out. He got hit too many times, Devin.
Yeah, he did knock
Lomachenko out too.
No, he did get hit too many times. Tank is definitely a bigger puncher, but he's gonna be on his bike now.
Yeah, he can be on his bike.
No, he's gonna be on his bike, and he's gonna
person.
I understand that, but he's gonna be on his bike, and he's gonna be jabbing, going backwards, and going sideways. He's gonna be running around that hole. He's gonna escape. Exactly. So Tank had to be in tip-top shape,
which he is.
Real tip-top shape to really take on Devin Haney, because he's definitely gonna be on his bike. Same thing as Shakur Stevens. He's a fighter that get hit and not get hit.
No.
He's a fighter that wants to hit and not be hit. Exactly. I mean, so now at the end of the day, he's going to be on his bike as well. I mean, but he's being on his bike, but a little bit more technical punches coming out. I mean, for Shakur Stevens. As far as Devin Haney, he's definitely going to. No, he's not ready for him. He's going to come out showing that he can do better this time. I mean, because he fought Lomachenko.
That's a good point. But I'm gonna
take the floor.
This is how I
20 minutes. And then you go last. I should think Devin.
Nah, all that y'all talking about, to me, why we even talking, just like Unc talking about how boxing changed, why we even talking about these other fights? When there was any confusion with the Castillo-Floyd fight, what did Floyd immediately do right afterwards?
Do it again.
Say it again?
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Immediately, if I'm outside and a nigga say, I don't know, Haas, I think we running that back. I need to, it sounds ignorant, but people need to know I won that. So why are we even talking about these other fights? That's like getting away with something. I don't respect that. That's the way you're talking about how boxing is changing now. Soon as Devin even hearing the little chirps like, oh, I don't know if you lost that, he supposed to get in a post-fight conference and say, yo, we running that back. I don't want to hear it. And see, this is the problem with boxing. I don't no Tank fight right now. He's supposed to run it back, beat him decisively, and then call out Tank and set up a big fight. That's how you do it. Exactly. Yeah, that's all.
I don't think personally, like me, I don't think.
So do you think, Poppy, so you think you ready for Tank?
I think that's a different style. He's a bomb. Lomo was more volume. Tank is more throwing bombs and more. Well, he got angles too, Tank. It's different styles.
Yeah.
Different styles.
I just think
Devin downfall is he kind of like he set you up nice. You see how he was hitting Lomo with the body shots, but he don't got no pop. He don't got no pop. Yeah. He don't got no pop.
I mean,
he got no spit.
Y'all didn't look at Devin's face. Devin's face is bruised up too.
Devin's face is
he was getting one shot on
white, so you see what it should be. His lip is all busted.
Yeah, Devin Haney's face is all toe up. So he actually was doing some type of work. But you know what? He was so, like how we sit here and talk about the punches. It was sliding. Not getting hit with a flush shot, but it's actually rolling off the face. Know what I'm saying? So if I'm fighting somebody, whatever, I don't want to get hit flush, I'm a turn. I'm a turner or I'm a turn. I mean, so let him go through.
Tyson.
But don't get it twisted. People don't know how to fight.
Yeah.
People don't know that when you punch knuckles, those little flush shots, I'm ripping. Ripping the punch, I'm turning everything. I'm going up, I'm turning. So at the end of the day, when you turn your head, I'm going in a little bit more and I'm trying to rip. And that was just ripping the punches. That's why their face looked as bad like that, because he's actually turning and ripping the punch. You know what I'm saying?
He getting bruised.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see the Lomachenko, let's say he throw a 3-punch combination, only the first one was landed. I give Devin this. Let's say he throw a 3-4 punch combination. If you look at the fight, only the first one landed flush. Everything else he was rolling, But there you go the peanut gallery. But the peanut gallery, you know what I'm saying?
He looks active.
You gotta know what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying?
He looks active.
He gotta stop getting hit.
Remember, so many different lenses. So many different lenses.
That's why I say he need a high guard. He need a high guard fight.
Some people watch the event or they watch the fight and they know about boxing. Other people watch the fight because they just want to see it. It's the then thing. It's trending. It's what everybody want to see.
They call
And then
casual fans.
it's like with Floyd. Floyd made so much money because everybody wanted to tune in to see the night he lost.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And
That's
he was
great marketing. That's great marketing on his behalf.
He's such a great fighter. And then if you look at Floyd, like, he made everybody look bad. Every fight he fought, he made look bad. You know what I'm saying? He made everybody miss. He beat him up.
He take away that weapon.
He beat him up. It's the same thing with Tank. Each fight, Tank has done something that they saying he can't do. He doesn't box well. He's not great defensively. This, that, and the third, right? But now they're saying, oh, his biggest punch is the uppercut and everything. But his left hook check is serious. Ask for Mello. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So,
but who he fought though?
No, he didn't.
I gotta throw that in though.
Again, they bring these guys up. I'm the youngest guy to win a title, this and that third. Yeah, they pushing you up, you marketing.
I also look at that too.
Yeah.
They're not really fighting nobody. Ryan,
so but the thing is, even if you're not fighting anyone, once you in here with me, you're in a fight now.
None of them fought
so
nobody
with Tank,
that make him look like nobody.
Tank had the toughest fights.
Tank had the toughest fight.
Tank fought Uriel with what's my man name?
Yuri Kevin.
I'm gonna fuck up his name. You're something Gamboas.
Yeah, Gamboa.
Gamboa. There we go.
Old Gamboa though, 40 years old.
I mean, don't matter.
He still beat him.
Lomo 30-something.
But check it. This is what they should have been doing with Ryan.
Yeah.
He should have been fighting everybody, old crafty vets. Get him up out of there. Get
Remember,
experience.
Lomo just came. He spent 2 years in war. His country's at war, so he wasn't boxing. His mind was on something else. So it's a lot. It's a lot of mitigating circumstances that lead up to these fights, lead up to these outcomes. All right, now I see this guy can't hurt me. Right, so now Lomo comes on late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But messed his chance up again. It should have been split or draw, not unanimous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like with Tank, I think Tank will knock Haney out. I also don't think that right now with the last performance,
I know he would.
That Devin Haney could hurt Shakur. I don't think he could hurt Shakur because he's so good defensively.
Yes.
So Devin Haney has more to prove. No, I don't think he hurt Shakur.
Oh no, he can't beat Shakur.
I don't think he can beat Shakur because Shakur is just as big. I mean, height wise, and the kid is amazing defensively.
Defensively,
you understand what I'm saying? And when you can make a person miss and touch him, and he's a southpaw.
He's special.
So,
his IQ is,
you know,
you can see that.
And Haney looking shaky against southpaw.
Yeah, and Haney looking shaky against southpaw.
I don't like how he was hitting Loma up close with that
so
good
remember
body shot.
The early Floyd knocks people out. The later Floyd beats you on points. So that's the same thing Shakur is doing. Yeah. If he doesn't have the power to hurt you, but he's hitting you all night, it adds up.
You know what I think people are down for with Floyd? Because everybody got in the ring and tried to knock him out instead of win rounds. Instead of trying to win rounds.
Well, again, speed changes
everything. To win these
rounds.
Speed changes everything. Knock Floyd out, he just...
No, speed changes everything. So when you hit him and he hit you and he hit you and he hit you and he hit you, it changes things. Anytime you try to get up. If you ever watch, all y'all watch boxing, and y'all can all attest to this, people fail to realize Floyd never steps back on the break. Ask Victor Ortiz. He never steps back on the break. When the ref tries to separate him, Floyd never steps back on the break. So he's always ready to fight. You understand what I'm saying? And Floyd's one of the few fighters who used to stand up. And if you used to watch boxing, or you all guys watch boxing, on the 24/7, they show everybody sparring. They never show Floyd sparring.
Yeah, he don't allow it. He don't allow it.
He don't allow it. His sparring is crazy. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Plus, he's a guy who trains for the end of the fight. Right. You know? Even with Tank. Tank is still up in 9, 10, 11, 12. He's still up.
Let me speak on that right there, whatever. You said there was the speed with Floyd Mayweather, right? It's not the speed that he has. It's the fact that he's gifted with throwing a punch going backwards. See, a lot of fighters do not know how to throw a jab going backwards. I mean,
but if you talk that like Floyd, because he, they say some people were born to do certain things.
Yes,
he was born to be a boxer.
Exactly.
All this stuff they learned, they saw Ali throw the jab backwards,
going backwards.
You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So who can hurt you? So it's it's different, man. Like some things you're born to do. If you're a master at your craft, you're a master at your craft. Right now, Tank and Crawford are the masters at their craft. Shakur, up and coming.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Up and coming. There are no heavyweights to look at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
so
Shakur ain't really fight nobody either.
yeah.
I think this next fight
There
should
you
be
go,
a
Ty.
name.
Keep it real.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it
He
buck
ain't,
with you.
yo,
His next
it's
fight
not-
should be a household name.
it's not- I'm sorry. I'm hard to impress.
He didn't really
He
fight
not
anybody
putting
either.
him in there
That's
with
my
nobody.
man.
Right.
Yo, I love you, bro.
And
He
I
didn't
wanna
really fight
hold on.
nobody
Not
either.
yet.
Yeah, but he didn't really fight nobody
And I
either.
want to say this. Anybody watching this, you're a male, you're a father. Put your kid, I don't care if there's nothing around, you got to drive, put your kid in the local gym. You know, we need more kids boxing.
kids
You
are
know?
actively
The
engaged.
sport is going to die out if we don't
It ain't
put
just
our
about
young
boxing,
boys
discipline,
in the
everything.
Yeah,
gym.
it's about
Man.
There's
discipline.
nothing wrong with that.
All that,
It's
just
good.
respect everything.
Yeah, they need to be in there. So put your son in there. Don't let Mama Bear or somebody else talk you out of it. Put them in there.
They need to
You
be
know?
engaged. They need to be engaged actively in sports and in sports in general. Only because at the end of the day, TV and things of that nature are doing too much raising of our children. Period. Like, you know, people like you know me. I'm always messing with the kids. If you can do a whole rap song, I'm gonna give you $10. You can tell me all states that start with the letter M. You understand what I'm saying? Because we aren't being nurtured the right way. Same thing in all sports. They need to learn sports. They need to be around different people to develop social skills. It's a whole bunch of stuff. This boxing game, all these sports, all this stuff. But if you look at the history of the iPhone, Steve Jobs didn't have no personal contact or relationships with anyone. His family put him up for adoption. The people who adopted him had money, so they couldn't spend time with him. Yeah. So when he got older and got into the tech game, he wanted to create something that would limit personal interaction. He created a cell phone. So now I could text you and not have to see you and deal with you. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like the game is wicked, man. But definitely get your kids engaged. You understand what I'm saying? And question your kids. Like how we sit here having questions, like we're here on this podcast right now, but every time we meet, we're having questions about something. There's a debate about something, whether it's sports, whether it's fashion, whether it's relationships, you know, whatever. You have to keep training the mind, strengthening the mind. And as a boxer, you got to be smart. Boxers are smart. You got to watch film. You got to understand things. You can't do the same thing to everybody. Right. You understand? That's why I fight. That's why, like how I said, like Ty said, styles make fights. You know what I mean? Once the styles are established, you are who you are. You are who you are. So if you're a brawler and you fight a boxer, or a boxer fights a brawler, vice versa, and then that boxer gets hit, at this point a fight breaks out. So now what do? Prime example: Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather. First round, Shane hit Floyd with a bomb. Floyd grabbed him. Second round, he filled him out. 3 through 12, he beat Shane to death.
Why?
You understand what I'm saying?
Why?
Because he's the better fighter.
Because he's a comedian there.
No,
he's adapt to his environment.
He adapts to his situation.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you watch 24/7, if you watch 24/7,
yeah.
his trainer said that. He said, you're strong enough to hurt him.
Yeah.
He said, you're fast enough to hit him. But the problem is, once you hurt him, what are you going to do when he turns into that animal?
That's a fact.
What are you going to do with that animal? And there's no answer for that.
There's no answer.
You understand what I'm saying? When you can adapt to every situation, that makes you say that, my love is basketball. I play every sport well, but my love is basketball. If you get in a basketball game, like for me, Floyd as a boxer, even Javante right now, they've been in almost every situation that a boxer would face.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a crowd, you got to be able to see everything. It's just like a parent. You got to be able, as parents, let me tell you something, because we all parents. As parents, we do our kids a disservice because we don't want our kids to struggle like we struggle, right? So what we do is we don't respect and we don't honor their situations they go through. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll fix it. No, this is what you do. We walk them through. So then they grow up becoming emotionally unattached because they don't know how to deal with things because we've been dealing with it. So it's the same thing as a trainer, as a boxer. You got to put the person in a situation and allow them to get out of it.
Right.
But you also have to. That's what good coaches for.
Right.
You give them the wisdom on what to do in that situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's why you got training. I think every boxer, because I took boxing for a little while. You know what I mean? But it was more so for me to try to come down and weight things of that nature, right? But also I grew up fighting, but I didn't know how to box. Yeah. So when you go in the gym, you learn how to box, which is different, right? Different. So as coaches, we got to teach them. We got to put them in situations, and we got to be truthful. Like some of these fathers, the fathers that are training guys, they saying, "Listen, I'm not gonna let you fight the guy. I'm stopping it. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." You know what I mean? Like Shane father. Shane father was smart. He wouldn't let him fight Floyd them early. He wait till he got to let him make some money first. Don't get up here and lose this fight and then mess up your bag.
Well, that's not. That's business.
Right,
business. That's business.
Right.
You don't want to fuck up the money.
Right, and as a parent, you secure the bag. You want to make sure your kids are good.
This is
You
why
know what I mean?
you keep them. Don't go on that block. Don't go around the corner. I want you. If you're gonna die when you older. Don't die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you something, man. It's nothing like being around other brothers who have wisdom. Like we all love the fight game. We all love sports. But at the end of the day, his wisdom may be a little more in depth than mine, or vice versa. Or yours may be mine, or mine may be. I may know this aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? But we take it all together now. Your arsenal is crazy.
But that's why I encourage the fathers to put your sons in the gym. You might have an attribute that come natural to you. Just by me, the thing you got that come natural to you, I might be at a 2. Just by being around you, my shit can raise up.
Absolutely.
It's vice versa, and so forth. So you could be good with women. I'm bad with women. I could be around you. That's how you speak to women?
Each one teach one.
Let me try this next time. Maybe I might get a date. You know, we all gotta be around each other. You know what I mean? And all,
each one teach one.
Exactly.
Right.
Each one teach one. Exactly.
Right.
That's another tournament we were talking about back in the day. Remember that?
Tough. Yeah.
Exactly.
As y'all can see, we ain't just learned about boxing. We learned about being good fathers and role models and stuff of that nature on this show. Corner store Scoff.
Smart guy. Thanks for having us, Sean.
No, we ain't over.
Oh, no. We good.
Yeah, he just sucked as a host. He sucked.
July 29th.
Yeah, me and him fighting July 29th. Make sure y'all tune in.
ERROL Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. Who wins and why?
You know how we used to talk about the styles make fights? Bud have a different style from ERROL Spence.
Yes.
I mean,
Totally different, yes.
ERROL Spence, that boy been in the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
He spoiled him,
They had that disclosure. I mean, they didn't show that. I mean,
they spoiled him, yeah. I already got the best. I already got the best in sparring.
I don't know what's going on with that. I didn't hear that. I don't know about that.
I heard he got the best.
Me
You heard that?
personally,
I heard that.
Me personally, ERROL Spence is a good fighter. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. I love the way he fights. And that boy hit hard. That boy dangerous. His hands are dangerous. He's a dangerous fighter. So my thing is for Bud, you better be on point. You better come with your A game because that boy is coming to fight.
Gotcha.
But Bud's style of fighting, he's a great chess match too. He's a great chess match fighter, but ERROL is a chess match fighter. He's a boxer and he hits very hard as well, man. And he he can take a punch. I mean, he can definitely take a punch.
I like both fighters. Everything you said was right. I think ERROL Spence got to bring his A game. Cause Bud is like,
Bud don't make mistakes.
I think Bud is like a nerd, like a geek when it comes to boxing. Like,
he don't make mistakes.
It's only a few of them guys like that. It's like a Bernard Hopkins, Bud, Purnell, Mayweather. Like he going to capitalize off every mistake Spence make.
Yeah.
And Spence is so relentless. Bud not going to just stand there and just let you work on his body. Bud going to be.
There you go. Exactly.
Bud not that type of guy.
He's not going to be there to be hit.
He's not going to engage in that.
Now, the angles
he sees.
He's not going to fight your kind of fight.
We ain't doing that. He ain't. So I think I love Spence. I love Bud, but I know Bud the smarter fighter. I know Bud the better boxer. But anything can happen. But I think if Spence got to be on his A game, Spence get hit a lot. I think Spence got to keep his hands up, use that jab. And if you think you're going to break Bud down, it's not going to happen because he's not going to stand there and let you break him down. So I think I like both of them. I like Spence more actually, but I think Bud going to win.
He's definitely not going to stand there and let them in the
he's not going to stand. Yeah, he's not going to stand.
He's not going to be in the pocket of ERROL Spence.
And can I say one more thing, We see how we talk about Spence hit hard. Bud hit hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Spence just punished brothers. He punished you for 12 rounds.
But that's the thing. Can Spence hit him? Because we believe he can hurt him, but can he hit him? Because Bud is great defensively.
Yeah, I think he'll hit him.
Right now, does Bud have the power to hurt Spence?
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Again, it's a style fight.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's why I said the style of fighting.
I like Bud. I like Bud.
Bud's smart, bro.
No,
I like
he's
Bud
smart.
in a decision. I like Bud if it goes to a decision, and Spence if he knocks him out.
Yo, let me say something right now.
No, you gotta say one thing. You know what I think is crazy? I think if somebody get knocked out, I think it'd be Spence for some reason.
Huh?
I don't.
We going to the expert on that one.
Yeah.
We going to Haas.
You know why I said that?
On that one.
Because he get hit a lot.
Cool.
Spence
All
get
right,
hit a lot.
but do he stand tall or did he go down?
Nah, he a boss.
He a boss.
He's a boss.
He boss up on that, right?
He's
bet.
an animal.
So when do you see Crawford get hit?
Crawford get hit.
No. Listen. When do you see him get hit?
He get mad.
And
they both get mad.
Listen. And he get rocked a couple of times. Boom, boom. And he stand tall on his joint like, I like that.
You know, Crawford be switching up styles.
He don't feed into it.
Since
You
when?
know the southpaw.
Yeah, exactly.
man.
He fights his fight. Crawford fights his fight. He doesn't allow you to get him off his game plan. He fights his fight.
Of course, no one allows him to get off the game plan. But I'm talking at the end of the day, when do you see Crawford get hit?
Yeah.
A good hit. Boom, boom. And he's still like, oh, yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
I seen him get hit a few times and he adjusts.
Right, he resets, he retreats, resets.
He might go to southpaw.
Now, ERROL SPENCE. I done seen ERROL SPENCE get rocked, bro. Dropped the mouthpiece off his mouth
He relentless.
and got hit hard.
Yeah.
And then came back like, yo, and shook that off like, oh, nah, coming inside the
That's
book.
part of the game.
And laughed at it.
You gotta
And
do
put his
that
mouthpiece back in his mouth and
regardless.
came back in and went right back to work.
Can I say one thing? That moment you talking about right there?
Uh-huh.
He can't do that with Crawford.
No, he
You
can't.
gotta be smarter. That mouthpiece come out. You can't get hit. You're supposed to protect yourself at all times. You can't.
He cannot. He cannot.
Who guys did that there?
He can't have memory lapses.
Who guys did that there? I said,
Yeah.
you can't get caught.
He can't have memory lapses against Crawford.
I said, Terrence Crawford.
Nah, he definitely can't.
You going night, bro.
And Terrence Crawford is one of the best finishers in the game.
I
I'm
love.
gonna be there. I mean, I might not be there.
I
But I'm
love
definitely
Spence.
watching the fight. I'm
We
tuning
gonna be
in.
there wherever we at. Be there.
Yeah,
We in there, Tyson.
I'm
We in
tuning
there.
in.
That's my birthday weekend.
I'm
You
tuning
gotta
in.
go.
My birthday, July 11th. Know what I mean? And
Sorry to hear that. You
Yeah.
cancer?
Yeah, okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, what happened?
Man, you got the same birthday as my sister.
What's his name? Yeah, I know.
So who you think gonna win? You said they got Spence winning.
Yeah, I got Spence winning. I'm hands down. I got Spence going.
I got Crawford.
Spence
Why?
Split decision.
Why?
Because he's a better defensive fighter and he can hurt you with both hands.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So, Crawford.
I agree. Us.
I ain't gonna lie.
I got Crawford unless he's suckered in the fight and Spence's fight, and then I could see Spence hitting him with something that he not supposed to get hit with. You know, everybody can get suckered into a fight. Like what's my man? We just saying his name. We just fucking up his name. Get Boa. Getting Boa hit Bud with something. Remember? Y'all remember that early in the fight? But Bud adjusted well. So, you know, I say Bud because he got a bigger boxing IQ.
Yeah, we know that Gamboa really ain't got no power like that.
But yeah, if Spence, you're right. So if Spence hit Bud with something, it might have changed the fight.
Change the fight.
Also, Spence get hit too much to let. What's my man name? The one that be wrestling. Yeah, to let a wrestler hit you.
Call a wrestler.
Listen,
I would hate the fight.
That's Mr. Fuji. Yo, he Mr. Fuji. If you let a wrestler hit you that much, I don't like that.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Sean Porter make it rough for everybody. Anybody he fight, he make it.
He awkward.
But he
He's an
wrestling
animal.
though. But that's different than getting hit though.
And I made money off that fight. Crawford
He
again.
just called that professional boxer a
Because he's
wrestler.
too wild.
Boy, crazy.
He's too wild.
He called that professional boxer a wrestler.
Porter bugged out. But I like Porter.
I don't like his style. I ain't like his
So
style. What's up?
You're a big boxing fan. So who you any up and coming fighters?
Well, that's my favorite. I don't even like to watch main events. I like to be the dude sitting in the stadium watching the undercard. Or nobody, only his family there. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where you get to see the up and coming talent. You know what I mean?
I don't want
That's me.
I was at a couple boxing events with Sean. I was in the home.
Yeah, nigga, you showed up 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm there. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking about the upcoming fight, you forgot about Keyshawn Davis.
Davis. I'm familiar with him.
Davis. I mean, we have Richardson. And Jim X boxing.
Okay.
Richardson. Yeah, Richardson. He's fighting Love coming up. Shoo.
He under Mayweather banner, right?
Carrington, right?
No.
Richardson.
He's not under. He's not under them.
He's not signed no more.
He's signed with the Czar now.
Oh, he got out that contract.
Okay.
So okay.
Who you want us to look out for?
I want to say this too. That I think it was a Spanish kid. No, I'm lying. It was a white kid. That white boy exposed Boots. Y'all saw that fight?
Yeah.
Tyson. Speak on it. You saw that.
Boots.
He got exposed. He got exposed.
Another thing too. Boots.
That's a Philly kid, right?
He's a power puncher. I mean, and he's another one that have a percentage of knockouts. But the guy exposed him.
He's
exposed his power. So, cause Boots was hit him with everything.
Yeah, he was hitting shit.
He hit him with everything. And that dude was not going down.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was more harder to make it more harder than what it really was. I mean, but I think that Boots should went back inside the lab. He should have talked about that, chopped up about that. Like, you know what? This can't be another fight because we can't have this going on right here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because the competition gonna get tougher and tougher as he climb.
Boots don't got no weaknesses. I don't see no weakness in Boots fight.
He kind of fight.
Fight some brothers.
He kind of fight.
It's just gonna be people like that.
Like Crawford.
I can't sit here and say Boots ain't got no weakness. And you know that too. Errol Spence got a fighter now too. Errol Spence. He has a fighter now too.
Hold on. Who that?
That Keyshawn Davis want to fight.
Frank Martin.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's talk about
Frank Martin.
Hold on. Ain't both of them been inactive?
Who that?
Or I'm out the loop.
No, you out the loop. Yeah,
Crawford and
they both been inactive.
Yeah, so, right? I'm not bugging, right?
Not correct.
See, to me, that could change the fight too. I don't really like this fight at this time. I like when fighters is coming off of, and they both at their best.
I think they both should have
they need a tune-up.
Spence ain't fight the longest. Spence got the longer leg on.
So I don't like that fight for him now. Just for that. I don't like that.
Just fought about 4 or 5 months ago.
Who you fought?
Porter.
No.
He fought the Cuban dude. He fought the Cuban dude.
I forgot his name.
A white dude? Who
that? Beat him. Yeah.
Oh, Crawford?
That's why everybody Crawford. That's why everybody was shitting on him because he ain't take the
He didn't take another fight. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
The English kid, he fought the dude from England.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he fought the English kid.
He didn't take the Spence fight, but he took the other dude fight. Yeah, you're right.
I like Boots. Boots is nice.
Yeah, Boots. All Philly.
Hold on. Stop holding dudes nice when they get in there with other nice people.
Yeah, exactly. All Philly fighters, they all fight the same.
Virgil Ortiz.
Who?
Virgil Ortiz.
Canelo's still a tough fight.
He good.
Canelo's still a tough fight. Nobody want to see him.
Canelo is like, he on his way out.
Nobody want to see him.
He on his way out. The performance he just did now, they didn't really like it. He didn't really like it himself. He was like,
I ain't like this guy a couple fights.
I mean,
him against GG, I ain't like.
I actually waste my money with Canelo fight, man.
Those is money grabs. You know how that go.
Yeah, Frank Martin want to fight Shakur.
Yeah. No.
Keyshawn Davis. A good fight.
Keyshawn Davis. He wanted to fight Keyshawn Davis first. I mean, he like, I want him.
No, I think Keyshawn Davis is Shakur Peoples.
Yes. Keyshawn Davis said,
Frank Martin want to fight.
No. Keyshawn Davis called him out. Like, I want to fight that guy. I want to fight him.
Frank Martin?
Yeah.
No savage.
They're not going to fight. They're going to build both of them fighters. You know how that go.
Got to.
Just like Charlo and whatchamacallit never fought. Herb. They never fought yet, right? Or they about to fight?
Who?
Charlo and Herb about to fight?
Charlo about to fight?
No. They about to fight, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No, Charlo and Herb.
I ain't sure.
No, I'm not sure either.
But Herb been asking for that fight for years.
They make a lot of mistakes too.
Both
of them?
Both of them make a lot of mistakes. They both heavy hitters, but they both make a lot of mistakes too.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, Charlo brothers.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean,
the key is not to get hit.
They got a big.
Let's talk about Canelo. I don't know if I want to say this, but it's no excuse for you not fighting Charlo. That would have been a big fight. Mexican, African American. He could have fought that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He could have fought that boy. Right? Don't you got to fight Dimitri? Chinese looking guy?
I think he ain't fight him because he was getting all that money with the Triple G fights, remember? They had like a trilogy, right? So, but he should have fought that boy.
I
Right?
can't say his
my
name
opinion.
either.
All right, brothers.
Triple G.
Anything, you know, we about to wrap it up. Super good segment.
Definitely.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all got anything else to say?
Fly top.
Yes.
The peoples. Corner
Uh-huh.
Store Scoff. Episode 3. Take us away.
Hop in that car, I be kicking and spend so much L's that I took, I be gigging away. Niggas keep back and 50, they gigging again. Once you do some fuck shit, we ain't speaking again. So a nigga fucked up and they leaving again. So my op down big, get the squeezing again. We gon' keep going hard till they free all the men. We gon' keep going hard till they free all the men.